Sunny Radio, where it's always in the 80s. Thank you so much for listening on a Friday morning. This time, each week, we try to do something really special. We shine the spotlight on the Sioux Empire United Way, and we recently have been talking to the different organizations that they impact. So when you're making that contribution, we kind of want to highlight the organizations that some of that money goes to, so you know where your funds are going that are coming out of your check. And it's kind of a way to say thank you for doing what you're doing. On the line today, we have TashaAnderson, and she is with Horsepower. Tasha, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for chatting with us here. Now, first of all, let's talk about Horsepower. How long has this organization been around?
You know, we have been around the Sioux Empire for over 30 years. We've been known as Handy Riders in the past. We changed our name a little bit more to coincide with empowering people with disabilities to Horsepower in about 2010.
And I'll tell you, I love the brand, Horsepower. What a great brand. And that really does kind of speak about what you guys do, because you work with horses and you empower people. And I'm like, wow, what a great name.
Yeah, we really think it's a reflection of the gift that we give back to the folks that we serve, in kind of letting them have that self-awareness, that well-being, that accomplishment feeling that they obtain when they work with their equine partner.
So let's talk right now about some of the things that you do at Horsepower. For people that have never heard of you before, maybe they hadn't heard of Handy Riders before that, what is it that your organization does so they kind of understand what an impact the United Way is having on you?
Sure. We offer equestrian programs and lessons to people in the Sioux Empire and surrounding areas with physical, emotional, and cognitive challenges. We do that with 3 different programs. There's therapeutic riding, which is a horsemanship lesson taught by our certified instructor. We also offer hippotherapy, which is a one-on-one session on the horse with our occupational therapist. And then we have groundwork classes where participants are able to bond with the horse under the supervision of our instructor. And this is a good program for folks that maybe aren't able to ride safely, or they are confined to a wheelchair, or they don't have the core strength to hold themselves up.
Very nice. And the hippotherapy, that's with horses, not hippos. So just so you know.
Yes.
That's one of those.
We have no hippos.
Although I in my mind, I imagine people riding a hippo. I'm like, that would be kind of funny to see. So now, again, Horsepower is such a great organization, and it's making a huge impact as well. I'm reading some of the statistics here. In South Dakota, 98,196 individuals have some sort of disability. 46,016 have ambulatory disabilities, and 34,056 have cognitive disabilities. Now, you guys don't work with all of those people, but you have a good chunk of those people that you do work with, don't you?
We do. We'd love to work with more. And as we grow our program, we will hopefully get to work with more of those folks. But we actually serve about 135 unique people each year. And that, when I say unique people, they are very unique. But I mean, like, we only count each person once. So we may have some participants who come all year round, but we only count them once. So that's what I mean by that.
And I see there were almost 2,000 therapy sessions. So there's a lot of sessions that you guys do. So that again, this is having a huge impact on the community that you serve.
Yes, we get to partner with the agencies in town that serve people with disabilities, and we also partner with the school systems for those folks that are in the resource rooms. Anybody, even the hospitals, if there's different therapies there, they'll actually refer riders to us that might make gains by using that partnership with the horses.
Again, visiting right now with TashaAnderson. She's with Horsepower, one of the organizations that is benefiting from the funding of the Sioux Empire United Way. Now, what does that funding mean to you? What kind of things do you guys get to do because of the funding that you're getting from the United Way?
Well, we just can't say enough good things about United Way. You know, we went to them when we were expanding to a year-round program because of that funding and their faith in us. We're the only organization of our kind in South Dakota that gets to go year-round. So United Way has made a lot of things possible for us. They finance about 20% of our annual budget, which is huge to us. It allows us to ensure that we are able to have qualified staff. We're able to take care of our horses. We're able to continually look at growing programs and adding folks when they want to come. So we don't have that backup waiting list at the moment, we're able to serve everybody who comes and asks for service to us. And a large part of that is due to the fact that United Way believed in our program and has funded us since that time that we went year-round in 2010.
Well, thank you for doing what you do. I know that this is an organization that touches the lives of many people, and the people whose lives you're touching, you guys mean so much to them. So thank you for doing what you're doing.
Well, thank you.
And again, the Sioux Empire United Way is funding many programs in the Sioux Empire. And if you would like to know more about them, I'll give you a website here in a little bit. But when you're writing your check, and usually it's not even writing a check. It's usually you make a pledge, and your employer can withhold a certain amount of money that goes towards United Way. That happens about once a year. Usually people sign up for that. And that's why we're making this spotlight on Friday happen every week to kind of let people know where those funds go. And I want everybody to feel as good as they should about that contribution, because even though maybe it's just a tiny little bit from you, I want you to know that you, working with thousands of other people like you, make a huge, huge difference in the Sioux Empire. And this is just one of the many examples. Again, horsepower. And we were visiting today with Tasha And thank you so much for the contribution that you're making to help fund that. And Tasha, thank you for taking time to chat with us.
Well, thank you. And thank you to your listeners, too. This is a wonderful service you guys are providing, too, to really show the spotlight on the United Way agencies. We really appreciate it.
Well, there's so many people that do so many good things, and the least we can do is shine a light on you guys and let people know about it. And if people would like to know more about horsepower, how can they, if they want to sign up to volunteer, if they want to maybe have somebody in their family that maybe would be a good participant, how do they go about getting more info on you?
You know, we have a really good social media presence. If you look up horsepower on Facebook, you can follow us. That's how we communicate with most of our volunteer trainings. We have a website at www.horsepowersf, like Sioux Falls.com. And then we also have a tweeting pony on Twitter, so you can follow Stormy at HP_pony.
That's really funny. I'm following Stormy on Twitter, by the way. So
good.
I like that. It's really cool. If you would like to know more about the Sioux Empire United Way, I'll give you their website as well. And again, many people just make this contribution right through their employer. But if maybe your employer doesn't offer that, or if that's something that you missed it and you weren't able to sign up, if you'd like to contribute directly to them or find out about volunteering, their website is SEUW.org, and that stands for Sioux Empire United Way. So SEUW.org. Thanks for listening to Sunny Radio.